Hello, this is Online Offline. Welcome back to another casuals quick guide to Call of Duty Mobile. For today's video, we'll be covering the BP50. Introduced in Season 6 of 2024, the BP50 is a modern automatic bullpup assault rifle. It's based on the F2000 by Belgium's FN style, and is a recurring weapon in the COD franchise, appearing most recently in Modern Warfare 3 2023. The version that COD Mobile inherited is from Vanguard, a very anachronistic World War II game made on short notice because Activision wants Sledgehammer to make literally anything other than Advanced Warfare 2. The real F2000 is chambered for 5.56 NATO, but like the other Vanguard guns, it can be rechambered for something cursed, like 30 Russian short or 7.62 by 54mm rimmed. In Modern Warfare 3 2023, the Jack Revenger kit is an aftermarket part that's a 9x19mm conversion and looks like a drum-fed version of Black Ops 2's PDW. The Razorback from Black Ops 3 is a futuristic variant rechambered for 5.7 FN. Since we already covered the F2000 in that video, we can jump straight into stats. Base damage per shot is low, but it's an infinite 5-shot kill. The BP50 has a fast base fire rate of 811 rounds per minute and an excellent bullet speed of 990 meters per second. The 5-shot time to kill is slow up close, but is one of the fastest at range. To restrain this lethality, the body multipliers are detrimental. The head is 10% extra, and the limbs are 10% less. In its first range, the 5-shot time to kill is consistent to the legs, and has a 4-shot potential with a single headshot. Beyond this, you'll likely be getting 6-shot kills, which is still solid in its own right. The only barrel that affects the BP's time to kill is rapid. Not only does it increase your fire rate up to 954, but it also increases all body multipliers by 10%, thus removing 6-shot kills entirely. Within multiplayer, this is an infinite effective range with a much faster time to kill. The downsides are more horizontal recoil and a slower sprint out. Like the MG42, the BP has access to the recoil booster muzzle. It has the same 5% boost to your interval, but has a worse penalty to your ADS bloom. Combining both attachments gives you a max fire rate of 1014 rounds per minute, the second fastest in the AR class, only behind the Echo Fire Maddox. In terms of mobility, it's abnormal for its class. The base ADS speed is the fastest amongst ARs, and is comparable to SMGs and shotguns. The sprint out is slow for an AR, but you can get around this by jump shotting. The base sprint speed is now the second fastest behind the AS Val, and when maxed out it becomes the 17th fastest in the game. What's more impressive is its strafe speed. It's by far the fastest in the AR class and comparable to SMGs, but can match the Bison and OTS as the 8th fastest when maxed. The swap times are that of an average SMG. The full empty reload animation can be lengthy, but you can reload cancel before fully inserting the mag. Base mag size is the standard 30, and can be extended to 45 or 60, but neither gives you the standard 4 spare mags. As mentioned before, it has 2 odd ammo conversions. Firstly, we have 30 Russian short or 7.62 by 39. Recoil is reduced, movement is slightly faster, and the mag size is extended to 60. In exchange, range, penetration, and bullet speed are reduced. Although the bullet speed is still solid and relative to the base FFAR. The other conversion is 7.62 by 54 rimmed. Recoil is increased, but so is the range, penetration, and leg multipliers. Combined with its max fire rate, this is the fastest automatic time to kill to the legs, but it's not full body like the automatic Task Force Tech 9. When built this way, the BP is in a unique situation where aiming low rather than center mass is better. As for accuracy, the ADS bloom is the worst for an AR, and is worse than most SMGs. The full hipfire spread is tied with the M13 AMAX, and AS Val for the second worst with the Odin as an outlier. Unlike those that were mentioned, The BP has a good initial spread similar to SMGs and pistols. In my opinion, the base iron sights are fine. Recoil is low, and with its solid initial bloom, burst firing is effective at mid-range. But I've noticed that some people have taken issue with the visual recoil. So what are my thoughts on the BP50? It's like if the PKM was a fast weapon. It's the new best AR and it's overpowered statistically. Maybe not to the same extent as the MG42 because it actually has some flaws, such as its bloom, lackluster hipfire with its sprint out, lack of spare ammo when using extended mags, and its dependency on the rapid barrel. Depending on how you build it, the BP can achieve a time to kill approaching burst weapons, SMG mobility, high capacity, or solid bloom. Perhaps not all at once, but enough to still be the most versatile weapon in the game. Thankfully, we didn't get the stats from the test server, which was more lethal up close. Had a base sprint speed that could approach that of melee weapons, and about half the reload time. Okay, what about the shadow balance then? Some previously hidden attachment effects were revealed or removed. 54 rimmed doesn't increase all multipliers or bullet speed anymore, but it doesn't need to. In exchange, the base weapon doesn't have a marksman sprint out. It deals base damage to the stomach, and got minor improvements to its accuracy and recoil. Thus it technically gained more than it lost. So, how much does the BP outclass its fellow fast-firing ARs? The M13's impact was buffed a while back, and you could say that it's easier to use at mid-range with its bloom and less shaky visual recoil. But the BP will usually move and kill faster. The same also applies to the FFAR. Sure, it could barely outrun it, but it needs to use 3 attachments compared to the BP's 2. Unlike the other two, the Type 25 has awkward recoil, and it's pretty sad to see how far it's been left behind since I started the series. The AS val is meant for aggression, and yet the BP's potential time to kill is faster than most ADS times and makes it and close range SMGs almost redundant. You know the drill. The devs add a new gun that is strong to goad people into spending hundreds of dollars on a mythic blueprint, and then they nerf it after it's out of sale. But between this and the MG42, we have not had a weapon this fundamentally busted since the MX9. So what would I suggest when that time comes? Firstly, a flinch nerf similar to what the CBR4 got, as that was what finally ended its lengthy reign as meta. Second, revert the stomach multiplier to what it was on release, and this will limit its 4-shot potential. You did not deserve a shadow buff. And as a last resort, nerf the rapid barrel so it no longer increases leg multipliers. No more 4 shots to the legs, and if you want a full body 5-shot kill, you have to use 54 rimmed as well. With this, it's more difficult to challenge people at long range. Other than that, you still have a fast moving and killing close to mid-range weapon with controllable recoil. I could suggest the aforementioned Jack Revenger kit or a 9mm conversion that doesn't take away barrels or stocks, but I don't think Activision would give TME permission to add anything from the Warzone 2 or 3 era, lest it take attention away from Warzone Mobile. But hey, that's just my opinion. This has been a Casual's quick guide. Feel free to suggest what weapons you want to see covered next. My name is On, and I'm off.